idea of immortality. I think this subject it's been going around with this spiritual kind of people that involve doing certain things, certain sadhanas, certain spiritual teaching, something like that, and the ideas of being basically as a human forms, because we are subjugated, we are generally, like when we speaking about these forms of a human's physical body, we are subjugated to what? To deaths and rebirths. This is the videos that I mentioned about samsara. Because how can someone live, you can say, 500 years from now? Now imagine this: the how much Saturn return is taking place. Saturn returns taking place every 30 years. Now, if someone is living up to 300 or 500 years, how much Saturn return is that? And the thing here about this delusion that we can somehow transcend our physical body, which I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. But what I am saying is that we are indeed immortal by the atma, not by the physical body of a human forms. The soul is immortal, but that doesn't mean our forms, because this is this universe, this loka, this called boot loka, we are subjugated by decaying and also death itself. This is how the natures in this loka works. Unless if you are indeed living in different dimension, different lokas, yes, you can technically live even thousands of years as a devas, as different forms, different forms like angelic beings, asura, or any kind of different lokas out there. But in Bhut Loka, if someone is saying we can achieve immortality, I'm sorry to break this down, but that is a spiritual delusion. That's actually manifestations of this Kali Yuga. That delusions of what? Of confusion from Rahu, creating this kind of ideas that we are able to achieve that immortality. Remember, the soul is indeed immortal, but not the body. The body is always subjugated to death and rebirth. You die, you're born again into something else, a human form. Because remember, we always pray that in our next life, we born again as a human being. But of course, we are not the one who judge that. There is the judgment's God. It's called Yama. Every soul will face him once we are, leaving this physical body. But the ideas of this immortality, it's just so insane to me to think that we can live long. Do you know the reasons why we are here in general? Because we are technically burning our karma all the time, 24/7 hours, non-stop. That breath that we take and breathe out from our body is also a part of the jiva, the karma that we have to burn it. So whatever karma that is we have, it is subjugated to be burned out. So when the karma is finally cleansed, you no longer live as whatever forms that you are born with. A human forms, I mean, who's listening to this if you are, an ant or a cat? But you get the ideas of it. And this karma is called Parabaran karma. Remember, this is what keeping us alive. Don't be misled. Don't be confused when someone is telling you we can achieve immortality. Don't be confused by that. Remember that we are here in the realms of samsara. We are in the realms of what? We are in the middle. This is called Bhutloka. This is the loka that is called the gross loka. It literally saying gross. Because what? Because everything in this loka is subjugated to decaying. That's a part of this loka. So don't be confused when someone is like convincing you can achieve immortality. Just smile. That is just a reminder. That is Rahu. When someone's coming to you and saying that immortality is achievable, just smile and think, you are not going to confuse me, Rahu. Just say it deep in your little voice. If I go technical about this thing though, as an example, if someone indeed can achieve, let's say, 500 years of human forms. Now imagine every Mahadasha. Because remember, every stages of life, there is stages of Mahadasha. Now imagine 500 years. You going through all over again, that karma is being repeated. You don't want to face the same thing what you did in your past life, right? But that's how the wheels of karma is working. If you bypassing 100, you can say 120 as an example, because that's the longest human can live. There is someone out there, I think if I remember, someone is live in Bali, there is a old woman. I think her age is 120 years old. But think about this. Every stages of life, there is Mahadasha. If someone is living 500 years, imagine the bad dasha, the bad antardasha that you went through. Somehow you have to repeat that again and again and again. You cannot run away from this. The only way is to simply live a life and just let it pass. Because you knew the time is ticking forwards. So if someone have these ideas of living 500 years, it's just it's a delusion. This is if I am mentioning about Jupiter, this kind of a delusion is if someone have debilitated Jupiter. This is delusional. I'm sorry to say this, but sometimes you have to say it. It's a delusion. Now, we are not able to achieve immortality by humans' forms. But our atma is indeed immortal. That's it.